But as long as it looks good at night with the LEDs, then who cares? Welcome back to Setup Addicts, episode number 4. If you're interested in checking out all of these setups featured today, as well as the products inside of them, then head on over to the link in the description, setupaddicts.com/EP4. That has a link to all the products featured, as well as just a little gallery. So if you want to check out the photos on your own time, you can do that. Feel free to do it. But with that said, let's hop into the first setup of the day, submitted by Lambo16. You set up for programming and light gaming, and he's pretty well known in our community. He's always hanging out, chilling and stuff. He made our Discord bot that doesn't work, but he said I can host it. So I'm just kidding. I'm just poking fun at him. But really, this setup is like kind of different compared to what we normally see because there's a Mac. Oh my God. Everyone loves to just be like, oh my God, is that a Mac? I am not interested in this setup. Skip it, Matt. What the hell? Apple? Really though, it's nice seeing Apple setups, Mac setups, because it's not something we see often. And, you know, when you're rocking one of the new 5K iMacs, my mom just got one. They're slick. They're pretty slick, but I just don't understand why they're bezel. I get because they're all in one, but like, come on, get us something nice and slim and sexual, you know? Stop giving us these big black bars. By the way, I have to be careful with what I say because last episode, people kept timestamping certain things that they thought were funny, and it was funny, but I gotta watch what I say now. But this is the problem I feel like with a lot of Apple users. They are very minimalist, and that's not something negative, but in terms of what we normally see on this show, people look at this and say, there's really nothing going on here. It's just, you know, a screen, Mac, headphones, not even on a hook or anything like that, and that's it. I mean, they got their freaking trackpads and everything's wireless, and you know, they're like, oh, but I could take my MacBook Pro with me on the plane and I could work in the sky 35,000 feet above. But it's like, yeah, this is a little underwhelming. Now, one thing that we start to notice as we move along is he does have some stuff up on the wall. Yeah, they're not poster framed or anything like that, but they don't really seem like, you know, some life-changing poster that needs it. It just, you know, it's taped up there, call it a day. But then we got some Minecraft stuff. And then this is where I think he kind of saves himself. Now, where is this in relation to the setup? I don't know. But man, I have one of these too. Funny story. When I worked at Best Buy, oh God, I might get in trouble. When I worked at Best Buy, a lady wanted to recycle it and she told me it still worked. And I was like, are you stupid? So she left and then I put it in my car and I have one and it works still. So anyways, you know, it's a cool little glass case and stuff like that. Little pops of color, blah, blah, blah. But at the end of the day, it is a typical, you know, Mac setup. There's nothing that's going to change your life. And yeah, it's cool though, Lambo. Nice job. And the cable management here is definitely interesting. I don't know if you're hurting the cables at all, but I know these kind of monitors can be a bitch because, I don't know, like you could very easily mess up a cable when you plug it in straight out and it's a heavy, hefty, thick cable. Anyways, I'm talking too much about this, but anyways, let's move on to the next setup. Next setup of the day is submitted by Adrian, who's 15, who's set up for mainly schoolwork and gaming. So basically probably just gaming, because let's be honest, you probably don't do schoolwork. But man, Adrian. So taking a look at this setup, this one's kind of similar to the last one in the sense that it is very simple, but all of a sudden it's just that different vibe, that different feel when you look at having that PC there, throwing some LEDs, ooh, mechanical, oh yeah, gaming, ooh. And yeah, there's still a hint of, you know, there's a MacBook, which, you know, that's just kind of how it is. But when you look at it, it just kind of has a little more life. It's a little more like, yeah, this is a 15-year-old setup. You know what I mean? Not like 15 years old in terms of like, you know, all the products, but the person that owns it. So I like this one. I do feel like maybe there's a little bit more you could do to clean this up. It just kind of looks like a random catch-all. Maybe get like an actual little tabletop thing that you can put all like your pocket knife and all that stuff in there. Something that can hold like a controller stand or something. Just something to kind of clean up what's going on underneath the monitor. That way, like, yeah, I know that's kind of what this is for. It's like a platform. People put stuff on it, but it is kind of an eyesore and what is a minimalist sort of setup. And then getting like a docking station, or if you actually use it open like that, then get like a laptop stand or something that just kind of adds to it instead of just kind of like plopping everything down. You know, we can see over here, you know, plop, 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 everything's just kind of thrown down. So some sort of drawer, catch-all would really help here. Now checking out a little bit further back, we kind of see, you know, you got your shoe game on fleek. Is that what? I don't know. You got, you know, oh, look at me, brand names. This backpack costs more than my car. I'm just kidding. But yeah, it's interesting. I mean, Justin Maller just printed in random spots. Not a lot of like, I don't know, the flow, the way the things are seems a little tight, a little confusing. I don't know. It's a little bit of a letdown. I'm not going to lie. Now, yeah, obviously just kind of, I feel like his room is a little messy, which is saying a lot because it is like this white wall, very fresh and clean room. But then all of a sudden he's just got like a ton of crap all over the place. So I think you really just need to work on cleaning up. And I don't know how tight this space is in the corner walking in. So that's something to look, you know, into. But for the most part, I think just kind of moving things around, condensing, cleaning will really make a big difference in this setup. And yeah, I don't know. It's just like looking at it, I guess the flow is okay, but it also seems like you could get different kind of furniture or place things in different spots to where it makes more sense. I mean, like what the moo? I don't know. Someone said man needs to downsize. There's a lot going on in his room. Yeah. But as long as it looks good at night with the LEDs, then who cares? Yeah. Anyways, let's go on to the next setup of the day, submitted by Lawrence, who's 15, who set up for gaming and homework. And this right here, I'm gonna be honest with you, I got so excited. I saw this photo, I was like, this is going to be epic. He's got this really cool like corner that is kind of like under some stuff, and he's got the wood, and like, this is gonna be sick. But then the more I looked at it, the more I got disappointed because you're just doing things wrong here, Lawrence. All right, let me explain. As we take a closer look, by the way, these things are hideous. Like I was trying to get them when I was doing the shed, and I mean, I'm kind of happy I didn't. Like, they're cool because they light up and all, but man, they look so weird. Like, I don't know. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comment section down below. Do you like these speakers in terms? I'm not talking about all this, but I'm just talking about the main like cylinder. Kind of looks like a bulky security camera or something. But yeah, this is where you kind of completely fell apart for me. Now, for one, the desk, it's not really that deep. That creates a lot of issues. But additionally, when you have the a drawer off to the side and then like almost no space, like I don't even know. That is like the shortest thing ever. People seem to forget when you get an L desk and you combine two tabletops together, you are now left with this issue of like you're not accounting for the fact that you have a drawer, and you're not, just because it's long this way, like from here to here, doesn't mean you're actually going to be using this whole thing, because now this piece is eating up this. So I definitely think the desk is going to hurt here, considering you have two monitors and things like that. It's not a corner desk. If this isn't rounded out, this is not a corner desk. Pushing yourself into this corner will break your rib cage and send you to the freaking ER, dude. So let's not do that. Plus, by sitting here, now your feet are kickity kicking. You know what I'm saying? You got the freaking headphones basically sitting on your lap. Now, if you want to open something here, you have to completely roll back. Just doesn't really work. I would not sit like this, especially when your mouse pad is quite literally just hanging off. I think a longer desk would completely change the situation here. Having speakers that aren't like the size of Pluto would really also help. I mean, Jesus Christ, those things look ginormous. So I think, I don't even know. If you sit on this side, you're only gonna be able to fit one, and then you would have to put your other monitor like this in the corner, but then you might not be able to perfectly see. I don't know. It's a very tight space, but I think that's your only option. And even then, you know, with the drawer, a lot of problems here. I just feel like no matter what you do, you're going to have some sort of issue, but it doesn't take away from the fact that you do have a very cool little nook. I mean, she's like, yes, bitch. It is really, it's a cool spot. I like it. A lot of potential. But I think, you know, if you're able to fully utilize that space just as a desk or something like that, would really make a difference. And yeah, your cable management is not horrendous. I don't know what the hell this is. Is that a freaking banana, dude? Did you wrap your cables up with a banana? Yeah, I'm done eating my banana, Mom. I'm gonna use it as a freaking Velcro strap. I mean, Jesus Christ. Really though, a lot of potential. I'll keep saying that. You're on the right track. You are only 15, so I don't really think it's like the end of the world that your setup isn't completely life-changing. But yeah, anyways, let's move on to the next setup of the day, submitted by Josh, who's 17. He uses setup for gaming, schoolwork, binging shows, and listening to vinyl. Now, let's quickly read what he wrote. He said, the thing on the left isn't a printer. It's okay. First off, did I think this was a printer? Do I look that okay, never mind. Honestly, I didn't think that was a printer, but thank you so much for letting me know. It's an amp for the computer and turntable, and the little white thing on top was a okay, this thing right here. Let's zoom in. Whatever the hell that is. Handmade gift from someone I got. I don't know. It doesn't fit totally, but I like having it there. Okay, well, it is literally so small. I don't think anyone would care. Honestly, I thought it was just like bird shit on top of your amp at first, so I think you're good. Yeah, so taking a look at this, we have a little bit of like a different angle here. I like when people incorporate vinyl and stuff like that. It's very cool. I like it. Very interesting. And then if we take a look at this photo, I'm just going to put it out there. If you're going to submit photos to me, instead of doing this and this is crazy concept. It's called getting further back and just taking a single photo of under your desk. Yeah, that would have been great, but good job on your cable management. Definitely nice. And then he also sent this, which again, why are there stuff like, is there stuff you don't want me to see above and below? But this is what he wants to know. Like, what should he do with this vinyl collection and things like that? I don't know. I kind of like the way you have it now. I don't really know of a nice way to display that many, but it looks cool. Like, I don't know. This thing is fine. Really though, looking at this, the art is interesting. The frames are nice. I don't know what it is, but I would assume it's like some anime thing, and you did a great job with keeping it simple, but also popping in some color, filling up some of that white space. My camera is freaking out. Sweet. Thanks so much. And yeah, I think it's nice. The cable management really kind of changes everything, because imagine if down below was just oozing with cables and stuff. No bueno. Simple. You know, when you have a big hefty piece of equipment like this, it's hard to find a spot. Luckily, you do have a ginormous desk, and although you are on the split of it, you still made it work. And I would assume the split actually wouldn't matter that much, mainly because the mouse portion is on a complete stable part. The only thing is, I wonder if like you're using this part. Okay, just let's forgive my camera here. Let's pretend you're using this part. Do you feel sort of like I don't know, the weight, because it's like the end of the tabletop? I don't know if that makes sense, but very interesting. Not bad at all. And I really love your printer. The printer is by far my favorite I've ever seen. And also, oh yeah, Atsu said you can use the Calyx shelves from IKEA, which I actually have behind me. They're awesome. And yeah, that actually, I wonder if they would fit. He said they fit them perfectly. So did they, maybe height wise, they fit in perfect? You got to check it out. Calyx shelves. Obviously you're a fan of IKEA. So God, this camera is really something. All right, let's move on to the next setup of the day, submitted by, now forgive me, I don't know exactly how to say this. Bass, Bam, Bing Bing, BAS. Anybody? Maybe someone in chat can tell me. Boss is 26 years old. He set up for gaming, producing, and listening to music and work. And he had a very nice message. He said, I wish you all a nice, okay. Camera, I just would like you to work with me for this single message, okay? I wish you all a nice day, and don't forget to enjoy life. How nice was that? Dude, boss, thank you. Boss, yeah. Boss. Sorry. Thank you so much for the kind words. I hope everybody takes that to heart. Really, really sweet. So taking a look at this setup, by far the best of the day, and just, I think one of the best we've seen so far on the new series, because This to me is homey. It's got life. It's not that simple, bright white walls, wood floor kind of thing. It's like got that warm tone, very, as you said, yeah, very mature. That's what I'm kind of getting from it. It just feels like a nice space. Now, one thing that I also really like about this is that I don't think we've seen a setup with this yet. That's the big 49-inch ultra wide from Samsung. I think it's 49 inches. I don't think we've seen a setup with this yet. And man, I really like that. It almost looks like stretched res, like the photo is stretched, and then you look closer and you're like, wow, that is just a ginormous ultra wide. And I love it. I wanted one for so long. And I was like, I'm not going to pay for this. And Samsung's like, bro, your channel's dead and you're fat, so we're not giving it to you. And I was like, that's fine. Bitch. But yeah, I think this is so sweet. I don't know the meaning behind a lot of the stuff on the shelves, but I would assume there's, I don't know. He got it from a beach on his honeymoon. I don't know. Beats obviously makes poor life decisions. And yeah, I mean, for the most part, it's just a lot of cool little trinkets, and I got a hard drive. And I mean, look at this. If this doesn't scream, I'm an adult, then I don't know what does. And then taking a look over here, we obviously have the freaking holsters for your guns, setup terms, of course. And yeah, he's got the G29, very nice, sophisticated, badass. And oh God, look at that curve. Oh my God, damn. That's a sexy curve. I mean, I like curves on ladies, but I like curves on my monitors a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? Okay. What is this? What kind of plant is this? Anybody? We got any plantologists out there? Very interesting though. What I like is there seems to be a lot of meaning behind all the things on the shelf. You know what I mean? Like, it's not just, yeah, I bought this from the store. It's like a little bit more meaning behind it. So very cool. Great trash can. Although I would assume this is a little tight. It's probably not that bad. And I think the underglow is what really sets the mood. So awesome stuff. Someone said those are zip ties. That is actually hilarious. Someone should make a plant, like kind of like the grass looking plant thing, and make it all zip ties. So it's actually functional. You could just like yank one out. Anyways, I am going to shut up now. I think this setup is awesome, and I would love to know what you guys think about it in the comment section down below. And like he said, he wishes you all a nice day, and don't forget, enjoy life. Come on, guys, enjoy life. Anyways, moving on to the next setup of the day, the final setup of the day, submitted by Dean, who's 19. You set up for gaming and work, and he says, I know the first thing you say about my setup is theme, and I know, but I like it clean and don't like pictures on the wall. Also, I've been on the show twice. Well, listen, Dean. Theme. That is the first thing I'm gonna say, just because you said that. Really though, kind of underwhelming, because it's like, and I don't mean this in a negative way, but this is very much something we've seen time and time again. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't mean that in a bad way, but it is very much something that I can go out and I can copy right now. I could yank one of these. Now I'm saying yank because, God damn it, JB, you stupid bitch. But really, you buy the desk, the chair, the same case. I mean, all this stuff is very obtainable. I mean, I actually have the same keyboard, speakers. I basically have I could make this myself right now. And yeah, I have an ultra wide. Damn, I could actually recreate this right now. Let's do it. All right, let's go, team. No, I'm just kidding. But that's the one issue. Now, for sure, you can like what you like, and you don't like pictures on the wall, and that's fine. But yeah, there we go. It's sterile. It's very much a sterile setup. I could probably, eat off your floor and it'd be fine. That's the kind of vibe I'm getting. But for the most part, I just feel like you're missing out on making it yours. If this is what you're going for, good job. But I do think even if you're not into pictures on the wall, that's not the only thing you have to do. I mean, this, first off, whoever mounted this is either Yao Ming or just stupid. Because what do you put in there? Is that like stuff you don't want anyone getting to, like even yourself? Or are the ceilings like 5 feet tall? That's one thing I'm wondering about. And it kind of ruins your setup because of the spot that it's at. I think if it was in a complete different spot, it would be whatever. But now you ate up this huge amount of wall space above your setup. And then it just kind of, I don't know if you hired, you know, Joe Schmo or who did it, but I'm not going to lie, it's not really the cleanest thing in the world I've ever seen. But, you know, yeah, the idea is there, the cleanliness, the usability. Oh, my cat is scratching at the door trying to get in. Cooper, I'm busy. I'm busy. Guy doesn't speak English, but yeah, I think it's great. You did a good job, but now do the rest of the room. You know, it's almost like sheds. You know, let's talk sheds. I always talk about sheds. For instance, the shed I have, anyone could buy the shed, you know, and then they build it for you on your property and that's it. And now you have the same shed I have. But when I open my door to my shed, ladies are like, damn, nice. When they open the door to yours, you're gonna be like, okay, it's your shed. So do something there, add some color. You know, I think also someone was just saying, yeah, it needs more color. Maybe it would finish. Look at the fact that he has just like blue, white. It's probably white because of the camera. So white LEDs, like that warm tone that we were just looking at, completely changed the mood, the vibe, the feel. Baby, I'm telling you, that's the way to go. Yeah, I don't know. So there you go, guys. That is it for this episode. I think that was pretty quick. I'm hoping I've been going way too long on the episodes. I know that kind of felt quick. So anyways, make sure you check out setupaddicts.com/EP4, episode number 4, for all the links and photos featured today. Also, be sure to follow us on all of our social platforms. Submityoursetup.com is the way to submit your setup. Great job. And then we have our Facebook group with over 40-something thousand people. Discord, we're always on there hanging out, chilling, having a good time. You know, follow us on YouTube, Twitch, Instagram, Twitter, all that stuff. And that is it. We'll be back every Saturday at 1 p.m. except probably not next week because I have stuff. So we're going to have to see. But for the most part, Saturday at 1 p.m. Eastern on our Twitch. So thanks so much for watching this episode, guys. I will see you in the next one.